The Cleveland rebrand, in my opinion, is pretty much a fail. So the Cleveland baseball team goes from the Indians to the Guardians. And instead of creating a whole new identity and a whole new tomorrow, let's say, they pretty much keep everything the same, get a goofier name with a goofier logo and a goofier font, and that's what they decided to go with. Now, I get that they want to keep the colors because, you know, the Indians have been red and blue for 100 years. Okay, I get that. But what's up with the goofy font? And then also the name just doesn't fit. It's just weird. Anytime you hear Guardians, the majority of people that probably aren't from Cleveland are going to think Guardians of the Galaxy. I can already see it now. The Guardians of the Galaxy night meet up with the Cleveland Guardians. Like, I get that from a marketing standpoint. I understand that. But Guardians just doesn't do it for me. And I know half of the reason why they picked this is because if you cover up half of the jersey from like last year, it looks like Guardians, even though it says Indians. Or you can Photoshop Indians jerseys to look like Guardians. Like, they can really mask their past a lot easier with the Guardians name because Indians, Guardians has the same ending, right? So that's why they probably picked this name more than anything. And then also the G logo with the ball and the wings. You could have done something pretty cool with that, but my God, does it look like it's from like 1995. Like Angels in the outfield, just bad, just real bad. Honestly, what probably bothers me the most, I think, about this whole rebrand more than anything else is the font. I do not like the font that they picked. I know it's kind of a callback to previous Cleveland Indians uniforms, but it just does not look good to me at all, especially going from how the Indians had the block C. That looked good. It's classic. You knew what it was, and then their away uniforms, it was block letters, said Cleveland, you knew what you're getting, it looked good. But now it has these weird formations on it, these weird cuts. I don't even know what the font's called, but I just don't care for it. Maybe I'm in the minority here, I don't think I am, but the overall rebrand for the Guardians is a bit of a fail, I would say. They could have gone with a better name, because a lot of people wanted Cleveland Spiders. To me, that sounds better, and it also calls back to when the franchise was called that. You could have went back to those colors that the Spiders wore. Very similar to this, but still a tad bit of a change, and you can really rebrand yourself for the future instead of trying to hold on to the past that you're trying to run away from, instead of just embracing what you were and just getting everyone the bird finger and saying, hey, this is what we are, so be it. Instead, you hold on to the past in a way, but also we want to move forward. It's real weird. I really wish that these teams that are forced to change their names, like, really, it does stink, but I wish they would just be like, fine, we're changing everything then. We're starting out new then. Same thing with the Commanders / Redskins. Like, they're holding on to their past a little bit, trying to move forward, instead of just saying, you know what, we're moving forward, we're changing everything. That was the past, this is the future. And these teams, unfortunately, get stuck in the middle ground where they try to hold on to the past, but can't really move on to the future. And I know it's frustrating as a fan. Like, I would be so frustrated if like the Mariners had to change all of a sudden and they had to become like the pine trees and they became like lime green and like yellow. I would not like that, but you can do it tastefully where you have some callbacks to your former franchise's name and or even colors, but you could still really rebrand differently and maybe even try to go for a different new primary color, whatever that may be. Maybe I'm wrong about that, this last part of the video, but overall, I do think the Guardians rebrand is pretty much a fail. I don't care for any of the uniforms. They're home, away, and they're two alternates. I just don't think they look very good. Again, I really think it's just the font that I don't like on all these uniforms. And also, the uniforms are close to being good. I feel like if there was some different pinstripes around like the collar or something like that, it would call back to the older Indians uniforms, but also it would look just a little bit cleaner for the Guardians uniforms. And it's just, they're close, just not quite there. But the overall rebrand is a bit of a fail. And why don't they use the new G logo on any of the hats? Again, I like the Block C. Thought it looked clean. It's classic. Very cool. And you go with the new Block C or whatever you want to call it. Fine, wear that for a couple uniforms, but why not have the G logo as a logo on one of the hats? Because there's a reason you rebranded, because you can't wear Chief Wahoo anymore. Why be stuck with just one logo when you have two? Why not use both? Why not have the G logo when you wear the red jersey, or the G logo when you wear the blue jersey, or something like that? I know they're wearing the red bill for their red jersey and then their homes, apparently. That's what it looks like here on Wikipedia. But you still could have changed it up even more and worn like the G logo. I don't know. I feel like they're missing that. But as of right now, I gotta say, I'm not a huge fan of the Cleveland Guardian rebrand, and they could have just done a little bit better. They could have separated themselves a little bit more from their past, because again, they're just stuck in this weird middle ground. Same thing for the Commanders, and to me, it's kind of one or the other. You either have to go forward and just leave it all in the past, or hold on to your past and just give everyone the bird finger and saying, this is what we are. Catering to both, it puts you in a weird situation. And I get that the Commanders and the Guardians are trying to balance both, and I get why they're doing that from marketing. You want to hold on to your old fans, old colors, but you also need to change your stuff. I get that, but you're almost better off just starting new, going forward completely, saying, hey, we loved our time as this, but we got to change going forward, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to look new, have a new name, and just be whole new future. And that's probably a little bit better than being in this weird middle ground. But either way, let me know your thoughts down below on this subject. I would be curious to know if you're a fan of the Guardians' new uniforms and name and font and logos and all that. Let me know it down below in the comment section. And while you're down there, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, guys, everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching.